Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the last part of the Grignard reagent. In the previous parts, I have discussed all the chemical properties of the Grignard reagent. I have discussed about the preparation of Grignard reagents and its reactions. Today, in the last part, also I will discuss some reactions of Grignard reagent and some questions from some popular books. I will request you, please kindly go through the notes which you have done while discussing with me, while you listening my videos. Today is the last part of Grignard's reagent, and hopefully after this you will be able to solve many questions of Grignard's reagents. Okay, so stay connected, stay tuned. Let us go for the last part of Grignard's reagent. So today's class will discuss about the formations of di-Grignard's reagent. But di-Grignard's reagents are not stable. We also know that it is not stored. It is prepared instantly and used instantly. So let us go for discussion of di-Grignard's reagent. Di-Grignard's reagent. It is very unstable. It cannot be stored. We make it and use it at instant. We'll take a dialkyl, you will use magnesium and make it instantly and use wherever we can use it. Now in today's class, I'll tell you the preparations, I'll tell you the uses. Stay connected and stay tuned. So what is that? Preparations. If I'll take CH2X, if I'll take a dialkyl, 1,4-dialkyl, and treat it with magnesium in presence of dry ether. Can I take this ether? Yes or no? So if I use dry ether, what will happen? Here, there will be a magnesium insertion. I told you why this magnesium get inserted. It is due to the change in oxidation number of magnesium from 0 to +2, which is more stabilized, isn't it? Now next, here I have no restriction on the magnesium I am using here. If it is one equivalent of magnesium, then I will get only CH2 MgX. But here there is no restriction on magnesium. That means if I take one more magnesium along with dry ether medium, what will happen? This insertion over this place also takes place. MgX, CH2, 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 MgX. Now what will happen next? Now what will happen next? Many people thinking, sitting here, are very keen and very focused, and they know that, sir, is there any chance that here MgX plus and CH2 minus, this base will be reacting on this CH2 and throwing this X out? Yes, my dear sweethearts, you are right. There is every chance that this CH2 will be attacking on this and this X will be thrown out. So we can't avoid the formation of this cyclic group. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-membered ring. There is every chance, every possibility that we will be getting this 4-membered cyclic ring. We can't avoid this 4-membered cyclic ring. We can't stop this cyclic ring to be made. Then can I go for one more example? Example 2 for preparations. Please pause my video and copy it. Let us go for one more reaction of this. Second one, if I'll take 1,5-halide, CH2, 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 X. If I'll make it treat with magnesium in dry ether, isn't it? What will happen? In this case, what will happen? Will I get something like this? CH2, X, CH2, 3 times CH2, MgX If I again treat with Mg in dry ether, okay, what will happen? I'll get here CH2 MgX, CH2, 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 MgX. What next? You know what will happen. This will be plus, this will be minus, this will attack this CH2, throwing this X out. So I'll get a 3, 4, 5, a 5-membered cyclic ring along with this di-Grignard's reagent. Along with this di-Grignard's reagent, I will get what? A 5-membered cyclic ring. Am I clear? Easy? Do you understand this concept well? Now, next example. Let us go for the next example. Pause my video and kindly write it. Let's go for one more example. Third example. What is third example? If I'll take here 1,6-dialkyl CH2, 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 X. Now to this, if I'll treat with magnesium with dry ether, what will happen? CH2X, CH2, 5, CH2, MgX, Mg with a dry ether, CH2, MgX, CH2, whole 5, sorry, is this whole 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let me make it 4, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 6, whole 4, CH2, MgX, isn't it? So, will we expect that this plus, this minus will attack this CH2 and X will be thrown out? So, yes, isn't it? We know these reactions. So, what will be formed? A 6-membered ring will be formed. Clear? So, these are some methods of preparations of di-Grignard's reagent. These are quite unstable, but this is stable. Okay. Now, the note point about these preparations, very important concept. Pause the video and copy. Okay. What is the important discussion about this? The important discussion is, remember, if I take CH2, 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 X with magnesium in dry ether. Remember, in this case, in 1,3-dihalide case, we will never make a di-Grignard's reagent. It will always give a cyclic product. Here MgX will be coming and this will be attacking this. So the case will be something like this: CH2, X, CH2, CH2, MgX. This is plus, this is minus, this will attack this, and the product formed is a 3-membered cyclic ring. This is the only product formed. The only product formed. Remember, this is the only product formed, a 3-membered cyclic ring. We will never get a di-Grignard's reagent. Similarly, if I will take here CH2, CH2, X, and to this, if I will add magnesium in dry ether, okay, what will I get here? I will get here CH2 double bond CH2 as the only product. Remember, there is no chance of formation of di-Grignard's reagent. So these are the note point. Please remember, I can get di-Grignard's reagent from 1,4, 1,5, 1,6 dihalides, but not from 1,3 and 1,2. Done? Easy? Please copy this. It's a very important discussion. Now here comes our discussion about the chemical properties of Grignard's reagent, di-Grignard's reagent. Now where does this di-Grignard's reagent react and how do they react? Okay, come back to the action. What is that? For example, I will say RC, okay, double bond O R dash. Is it an ester? To this ester, if I'll react with CH2, MgX, CH2, whole 4. Let me write it whole 4, or I can say it as whole 3 also. CH2, MgX. When it was reacted, MgX, I'll make it react with this. Now tell me, and followed by hydrolysis. Now tell me what will happen in this case. Very simple. Please go back through my notes so that you can understand this concept very clearly. The previous notes, because I'll use these concepts which I have already discussed. Stay tuned and try and understand. First, what will happen? First, as per the given concept, you will understand that in the first case, this is MgX plus CH2 minus. This will attack this carbonyl. Oxygen comes out. Isn't it? When, sorry, O becomes minus. When this minus reverts back, it throws this OR dash. Isn't it? Again, I am telling you. This CH2 minus will attack this. This will form a bond, becomes O minus. When O minus reverts back, this OR dash is thrown out. SN-TH reaction, isn't it? Do you remember SN-TH reaction? What will happen? This will attack this O minus. When O minus comes back, OR dash is thrown out. Now, what we have now with us? This leaving this, I have this complex, isn't it? Clear? Now, the next step, what will happen? Again, MgX plus CH2 minus will attack this carbonyl part. So, what will happen? Here, O minus moves up, isn't it? Here, what happens? O minus moves up, and this is not there. So, what happens here? 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Here, there is 4. It will become a 7-membered ring. 4, 5, 6, 7-membered ring. Let me make it 3 so that it will be easier for you to understand. We'll make it 3. So this is 3, 4. This carbonyl, this, I'll get a 6-membered ring, isn't it? Doubt? Shall I make it more clear? Okay, let me do it once again so that you can understand it better. Let me do it once again for you. This is going to react with this. How it will react? CH2 minus MgX plus. This minus will attack this. So will I get something like this? When it will attack, it will become O minus, isn't it? Now when this O minus comes back, what will happen? It will throw this OR dash away. It will become carbonyl, isn't it? Yes or no? Now again MgX plus CH2 minus, this will attack this carbonyl part. Again it will become minus, and with hydrolysis it will become what? OH, and this MgX OH will be removed. So we will get what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-membered cyclic ring. Will I get something like this? A 6-membered cyclic ring with C, OH along with AR. What is this part, beta? What is this part? Is this the part from the ester? OR dash, isn't it? And is this CH2 this 3, 4, 5 part? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 part is from the dialkyl group part, and this OH is due to this hydrolysis. Say yes or no? What will be formed here? Say yes or no? Any doubt in this? And what will be formed here? This R dash O is removed, na? R dash O will form alcohol. Say yes or no? Pause, try and understand, you'll understand. Clear? Can I go for one example, particular example, so that you can understand well? Copy. Let me go for one example, one more example. Second example, you can understand. Look here. If I'll take here particularly CH3C double bond O with OET. Clear? If I make it react with CH2 MgX, CH2 whole 3, CH2 MgX. Now tell me what will happen. Let me do it for you. Many people might be thinking, sir, how it is occurring. So let me bring it here. CH2 MgX, CH2 whole 3, CH2 MgX, CH2 minus MgX plus. Now this minus will attack this carbonyl. This will become minus. So what will happen in the first step? Tell me. Achha, this is first. Second step I will be doing hydrolysis. Okay. CH3 C O minus OAT. What do we have? CH2 MgX, CH2 whole 3, CH2 MgX. Now this is minus, this is plus. This will, when this minus will come back, what will happen? This will be thrown out. So what will happen? If carbonyl will be formed, double bond O's. What is that reaction? You remember or not? Double bond O. To this double bond O, what is there? CH2 MgX, CH2 whole 3, CH2 MgX, isn't it? Now what will happen in this case? This is plus, this is minus, this will attack here, this will become carbonyl with hydrolysis. What will happen? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 membered ring. A 6 membered ring is formed. And this is what? This CH3. This will become O minus and hydrolysis will make it. This will become O minus, hydrolysis will make it alcohol. Along with what is left here? Here, ETOH. That means this part is the ester part and the below part is due to this di-Grignard's reagent part. Okay, this is the di-Grignard's reagent part. Now let me give you a question first. Third is a question for you. If you will solve this question, then I will understand that yes, you did it. Third one is a question for you. Question is very simple. They have given us an ester having formula C3H6O2. Okay. When this ester was treated with CH2 MgX, CH2 whole 3, CH2 MgX, okay, and we found a product to be, the product was like this. HOH followed by, this is the product formed, and this was done first, second it had done hydrolysis. The question was, what is the ester? What was the ester? Now pause the video and solve it. Can you do it? First pause the video and try to solve it. Done. Now come back to the answer. First of all, isn't this the ester part? That means I have a H here, C here, double bond O, and one E gone. One is O, it is definite. Two more CH2 is left. That means it is CH2, CH3. This is the ester. Isn't it? Doubt? Huh? Let's go for one more question. Fourth question. Let's go for one more question. What was that? Can I rub the board? Huh? Let me rub the board. Next. Easy. To this, if I'll react with CH2 MgX CH2 whole 3 CH2 MgX, okay, followed by hydrolysis. Okay, let me not do hydrolysis and let's do what happens here. Same beta CH2 MgX CH2 whole 3 CH2 MgX minus plus. This minus will attack, this will become minus. When minus comes back, this ethanol will be thrown out. Again this will attack. What will happen when this minus comes out? This ethanol will be thrown out. So what will happen here? Here 3, 4, 5, 6 membered ring will be formed without any hydrolysis. That means I will get this with 2 ETO minus. With 2 ETO minus. Clear? Can I go for one more question? Yes or no? Do you understand this? This was a very, actually it was a very easy thing to be discussed. This is very, very easy thing. If you focus on this, then good. If you don't focus, now if you really understood, now tell me what will be the fifth question answer. Just I tricked you. C double bond O, OET. To this, if I will react with same thing, what will happen? Same action, O minus. When it comes back, first it will throw Cl minus. When again it attack, when second it will throw OET. Did I told you that this is having more leaving tendency than this? First Cl will be thrown out, then this will be thrown out. So what will be formed? Very simple. I will get the same product. Easy. Now let us go for the one more question. Question number 6. Let's go for one more question. Question number 6. Let us discuss this. Double bond O. So this, if I'll treat with CH2 MgX CH2 whole 3 CH2 MgX. Okay, what will happen in this case? As simple as that. Again, isn't it a ester? What will happen? This part will attack this minus. When it comes back, here the bond will be broken. Again, this part will attack this. Again minus. When it comes back, this bond will be broken. This part will be broken. That means what will I get here? This carbon along with this. I will get a 6-membered ring. Along with this. This part is the part of the ester. Along with what is left out? O minus. Isn't it? Easy? Clear? Did I make you this concept understand clearly? Now, one more question. Question number 7. We make you react with this same reagent. What will happen? Same thing. This is just an extra part. Here there will be breaking, here there will be breaking. I will be getting what? This part. This was the part from the ester. Isn't it? And what is left out? O minus. Easy? Note it down. While asking questions, now pause my video. Do please solve from your part. Then you come to my answers. Now next question. Next question. What is the next question? Next question. Perhaps question number 7, isn't it? Question number 8. Question number 8. Now tell me, what will happen in this case? Double bond O. O. Okay. So this, if I'll react with MCH2, MgX, CH2 whole 3, CH2, MgX. What will happen? Same minus plus, this minus will attack. When it comes back, this is thrown out. This becomes O minus, isn't it? When this becomes O minus, again this will attack. If I make it again followed by hydrolysis, this is given in the question. So what will happen here? Will I get here? Then what will happen here? When this attacks, this is 3, isn't it? 3, 4, just to make you difference, let it make it 2. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, and this carbonyl 5. Will I get a 5-membered ring like this? Here 1 OH, and to this OH what is linked? 1, 2, 3, 4 OH. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 OH. Easy? Clear? So this is one of the variety of reactions of Grignard's reagent. Do you understand or not? Now I will discuss one more variety of reactions of Grignard's reagent, that is attack of Grignard's reagent on weak bonds. This is a very unusual discussion, especially for JEE Advanced and EAMS part. Normally in NCERT also will not find like that. Okay, so a special part, that is attack of Grignard's reagents on weak bonds. So stay tuned and stay focused. Attack of Grignard's reagent on weak bonds. Please stay tuned. Okay. Attack of Grignard's reagent on weak bonds. Okay, look here, and I'll rather say it is very unusual, very unusual. Okay, now what I meant to explain you first. Grignard's reagent RMGX reacts with ClNH2. Okay. Remember, this chlorine and nitrogen bond is very weak bond. Okay. And Grignard's reagent has a tendency to act as a base when it finds an acid, matlab acidic hydrogen, and we know that NH2 has an acidic hydrogen. Yes or no? So if I say here, from this Mg plus R minus will take this acidic H, taken out. So what will happen? So it will definitely form what? RH. Alkane will be formed, isn't it? Plus what will happen in this case? In this case, when acidic H is taken out, shall I get something like this? Cl NH, H plus is taken out, right? NH minus is left, isn't it? NH minus, to this what will be attached? MgX, Mg plus and NH minus is left. Say yes or no? Now again there is no restriction on RMGX, right? Again, if I take Grignard's reagent MgX plus R minus will attack this. Why? Again we have acidic H here. If this H will be removed, so what will happen here? If further, what will take? It will form R. NH is removed, isn't it? So what will happen? Will I get here R NH minus plus MgX Cl plus, isn't it? Then to this R NH minus H plus attacks and it forms R NH2. Done. Easy. Here this attack is on N to take out this. Here you can write here. Attack is on N to take out. This is a very easy part. Okay, now copy. Copy it. Now let us go for one more question on this weak bond concept. Second question on weak bond concept. If I take R MgX, okay, to this R MgX, if I react with CH3O NH2. Again, is it having an acidic hydrogen? So what will happen in the first case? Will I get RH followed by CH3O, NH minus, again RMgX. This R will attack this N to throw out this. So what will happen in this case? RNH minus plus MgXO CH3. So this, if I will attack this H plus, what will I get here? RNH2. So these are some reactions of weak bonds by Grignard, reaction of attack of Grignard's reagent on weak bonds. Am I loud and clear? Sure. Now, one more famous discussion on Grignard's reagent, that is 1,2 addition and 1,4 addition. Okay, that is 1,2 addition and 1,4 addition. Okay, let me explain you about 1,2 and 1,4 addition. What do you mean by that? Next discussion is 1,2 and 1,4 addition. One, two addition and 1,4 addition. Look here. First concept. What does 1,2 addition occurs and what does 1,4 addition occurs? Okay? For example, if you have something like this, CH2 double bond CH, that is a double bond conjugated to a carbonyl which is connected to a alkyl group. With this alkyl group is very bulky, or I can say crowded. This alkyl group is bulky or crowded. Okay? If you find both part of the Grignard's reagent are added in the adjacent positions, then it is definite that it is 1,2 addition. What is 1,2 addition? Let me explain it. 1,2 addition occurs here. With whom I will make it react? R MgX, R minus MgX. So what will happen? This R minus will attack this carbonyl part, isn't it? So what will happen? And MgX will attack this oxygen part, isn't it? So what will happen in this case? Will I get something like this? CH2 double bond, CH single bond, C, R, here R, just to differentiate, R dash, O, MgX. Easy? Say yes or no? Now just if I hydrolyze this, I can hydrolyze with the help of H3O plus or with the help of ammonium chloride. What will happen in this case? What will I get here? CH2 double bond CH, Cr, R dash, OH. This is perfect 1,2 addition because here both the parts of the Grignard's reagent are added to the adjacent positions, 1,2 position. So we call it 1,2 addition. And where does it occur? If this R should be bulkier. Okay, R should be bulkier. Here there is a JEE advanced question, pure. If to this Grignard reagent I add a little amount of cuprous oxide, just a little amount of cuprous oxide is added, what will happen? The addition of the cuprous oxide will convert this Grignard reagent with cuprous oxide will be converted to Gilman's reagent, and Gilman's reagent will go for 1,4 additions. Remember, Grignard's reagent will never go for 1,4 addition, it will only go for 1,2 additions. But Grignard's reagent with cuprous halide, sorry not oxide, cuprous halide will always give Gilman's reagent, and Gilman's reagent will go for 1,4 addition. Let me help you. Can I have the board? I need the entire board for that. This is 1,2 addition. Let me go for 1,4 addition. What is that? Look here. CH2 double bond CH, C, R dash, double bond O. To this, if I'll add R MgX plus, simply I'll add here cuprous halide. What it will make? Cuprous halide will make R2Cu and MgX, R2Cu minus MgX plus. This is called Gilman's reagent. Okay, this is called Gilman's reagent. We discussed about this in the very fast video about Grignard reagent, Gilman's reagent. Okay, so what will happen? Gilman's reagent will always go for what? 1 for addition. How it will go for 1 for addition? Now here this will be producing what? This alkyl group, the base. What will happen in this case? Now this will come over here. When this there will happen, this will come over here. There will be plus charge here. This will be attacked. Okay, yes or no? Now what is formed here? Now I will get here C H2 R single bond. Okay, C H double bond C R dash, isn't it? Now with this O minus MgX plus. Okay, which on further hydrolysis I can hydrolyze with H3O plus or ammonium chloride. So what will I get here? Hydrolysis by hydrolysis CH2 R CH double bond C R dash OH. Do you find that is ENOL? This is what? ENOL, enol. Can I make this by tautomerism? Can I make it ketone by tautomerism? By tautomerism. What will happen? Enol. How? This H will be coming to here and we'll be getting here CH2 R single bond C H2 C R double bond O. This is 1, 2, 3, 1, 3 hydride shift, tautomerization occurs. Did I get this final product? Clear? This is a clear cut example of 1,4 addition. This is an example of 1,4 addition. Clear? Did you get a clarity on 1,4 addition? How can I know that you got a clarity on 1,4 addition? I will only get a clarity on this if you solve the example which I am going to give. Are you ready? Can I go for this addition of the 1,4 addition? Will you help me to solve this? Done. Back in action. Check this mechanism. You can back my video and check this mechanism. Let us go for one example. With this example only I can understand that whether you understood this or not. Okay. Let me start with an example. Let me do an example on this. Very famous examples and to the point examples. You have to be very focused to understand this. Tell me if I get something like this. Example 1. CH2 double bond CH. Okay. To this CMe3. Isn't it bulky? No. Now C double bond O. Clear? First I will treat with methyl magnesium bromide followed by hydrolysis. Okay. What will happen? It is as simple as that 1,2 addition will occur because Grignard's reagent always undergoes addition reaction. 1,2 addition. But if it is added with CuX, cuprous halide, it will go for 1,4 addition. So what will happen in this case? We'll simply write it CH2 double bond CH Me whole 3. And what will happen? Across this there will be addition. What will be addition here? Methyl of this part along with OH. Isn't it? But if I'll make it react this with Me, Mg, Br plus if I'll add simply cuprous bromide followed by hydrolysis. What will happen? This methyl will be added to this point. So what will happen here? CH2, CH3, CH double bond, C, C, Me whole 3, O, H. Isn't it? Say yes or no? Clear? CH2, CH3, CH double bond, C, CMe3, OH. Now what will happen? Tautomerize. It will tautomerize. How? This will come over here, this will come over here. So what will happen here? It will get H, CH2, CH3, CH2, C, Me whole 3, double bond O. Clear? Say yes or no? Easy. Now let us go for one more example. Pause the video and copy it. Now let us go for one more example. Example 2. Use your brain to solve this, okay? It's a very nice question. Okay? Methyl. What will I do here? So this methyl, magnesium, bromide followed by hydrolysis. Now from this it is quite clear that I am going for 1,2 addition. Isn't it? I am going for 1,2 addition. 1,2 addition, do you remember now? This is carbonyl group. Near to this carbonyl group there is a double bond. Isn't it? Yes or no? And this carbonyl group is connected to a bulky group now. Isn't it? So what will happen? Do you remember this bulky group remains intact? Check the previous answer, you can understand. Bulky group remains intact, and here the carbonyl group is converted to OH, and this methyl part gets added here. Yes or no? And this double bond remains as such. Easy? Clear? And what will happen if I will go for what? Same methyl magnesium bromide added with cuprous bromide followed by hydrolysis. What will happen in this case? Perhaps you all understood that it will go for a Toto effect, isn't it? And here this will have. Easy? Clear? Please copy it down. Please do copy. Now let us go for the third question. If this is given here, so this double bond here, if I treat with methyl magnesium bromide followed by hydrolysis. Okay, simple 1,2 addition. What will happen in this 1,2 addition? Nothing great. You know the concept. In organic chemistry, they knowingly give so much tough diagram just to make you a fool, but you don't get fooled by these things. OH, Me. Clear? If I do the same thing, if I go for 1,4 addition, how? Methyl magnesium bromide plus cuprous bromide followed by hydrolysis. What will happen in this case? This was the. Do you expect that this will become a tautomerize and become like this, followed by methyl group here, isn't it? Check it out. Easy. Now let us go for one more question. Fourth question. Next, these diagrams are just to make you confused. Huh? Don't get confused, because practice makes a man perfect. Easy? Now, so this first with methyl magnesium bromide, second followed by hydrolysis. Okay, what will happen in the first case? Very simple answers. Very simple answers. OH, Me. Okay, this is 1,2 addition. What will happen if I will add methyl magnesium bromide with copper bromide followed by hydrolysis? Is it 1,4 addition? Yes or no? Is it 1,4 addition? So what will happen in this case? Double bond over. Am I loud and clear? Easy? Conceptually clear? The last discussion about the reactions of Grignard's reagent with metal halides. What will happen? Copy this. Reactions of Grignard's reagent with metal halides. Reactions of Grignard's reagent with metal halides. Clear? What will be this? Simple. If I'll react a magnesium chloride, okay, with R dash MgX, what will I get here? I'll get dialkyl magnesium. Second, if I'll react cadmium chloride with RMgX, what will I get? I'll get dialkyl cadmium. Third, if I'll react zinc chloride with Grignard's reagent, what will I get? Dialkyl zinc. Okay. Fourth, if I'll react titanium chloride TiCl3 with Grignard's reagent, I'll get trialkyl titanium. Okay. Now, if I'll react SnCl4 with RMgX, what I'll get? Tetralkyl teen. Okay. Sixth one. If I'll react PbCl4 with Grignard's reagent, what will I get here? Tetralkyl lead. If I'll react PbCl2 with Grignard's reagent, also I'll get tetralkyl lead. Here, due to strong basic character, lead cannot show is inert pair effect. Okay, so in both the cases, I'll get tetralkyl. And the most famous reaction, even if it is not a metal halide, SiCl4. Okay, it's not a metal halide. If I treat this with Grignard's reagent, RMgX. Okay, so what will happen? What will I get here? RMgX SiCl4. What will I get here? R4. Easy? Here we are back to the track that Grignard's reagent is over. Okay, hopefully I discussed all the parts of the Grignard's reagent. I have discussed the questions also. You find the connecting questions of this. So we'll be meeting in the next class with discussions of different alkanes, alkenes, reduction reactions, oxidation reactions. Okay, stay tuned, stay connected, and enjoy the organic classes. Me, your BW sir, will be connecting to you. You ask me doubts in your WhatsApp. You ask me doubts in the comment sections. You please write a comment in the comment sections. I will not feel bad. Till then, enjoy everything. Till then, bye bye. Take care and keep studying. Keep studying. Thank you.